What's up, Soil Brothers? I'm gonna flip y'all. And Soil Sisters. Okay, there we go. It is. This thing go live by itself. Again. So, today, hold on, y'all. Good morning, YouTube. Yeah, YouTube said you better be ready. Because I'm ready. What's up, Soil Brothers and Soil Sisters? Scrape that bowl good now. Today is Friday. Hey, Lisa White, I was thinking about you last night. Hey there, girl. I hope y'all are doing good. I gotta watch my sous chef back here, my helper, make sure I train them right. Today is Friday, y'all. It's an exciting day. I should have put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but I didn't. I hope y'all are having an amazing day. It has been a pretty gloomy morning for us. It is raining. Good morning, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We got all y'all here with us in one place. I love it this way. So, my husband and I are in the studio because, babe, is this thing tight or something? I need to tighten this part. Um, Happy Friday! Yay, we made it through a week. Yeah, it's gloomy in Georgia this morning. Which I like. I'm not complaining at all. Let's see if my husband can fix this without kicking y'all out. If he could be so kind to hit the thumbs up for us and let us know. Did you join the giveaway? Um, we have an awesome giveaway going on. We'll talk about that in a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My husband throwing us all around. I'm trying to block it so y'all don't see all my junk back here because I have been working all morning. But y'all don't want to see all that junk. If you could be so kind to show us some type of reaction, today we gonna chit chat for a few minutes. I like to do a little recap on Fridays of what we have discussed during the week, just so when we go into the weekend, we know we got some things on our mind as we go through the weekend and go into the weekend. I'm gonna pull myself up over here just so I can see the chat, which disappear on this device, which is kind of weird, but it happens. It's cold. Oh my goodness, in Colorado. So I did see where it was snowing in Utah. I'm so glad we went when we did. Um, Cause I ain't trying to deal with no snow. I can't. My body won't let me deal with the snow. My back would have been like, eek. You hear Aunt Ford? You gotta send us a message. Hey, Reba, Paula, Joseph, everybody on just found your channel and wanted to join. We appreciate you. We appreciate you all for being here. It is gonna be a beautiful weekend. We have had a productive morning so far. Bobby is up and at it. Babe, you gotta wipe all that oil off you before you touch my jaws. Thank you, sir. So I'm the boss this morning. My husband doing all the work. Say good morning, babe.
Good morning, fam.
I got him up and at it early working. I was like, "You drawing up stuff today?" He was like, "I guess so." So that's what he doing. Um, it's gonna be a beautiful weekend. We got a busy day ahead of us. I was like, let me jump on and chit chat for a few minutes because thank you.
Who was that?
The Bluetooth speaker.
Oh.
Because we got so much to do. And we're going to bring y'all along on some of that. They said, good morning. G Mama Girl said, good morning, Bobby. Um, we're going to bring y'all along on some of that journey. Before we get started, I am going to announce because I know we always get new people. And I don't want anybody to miss out on this amazing giveaway that we are hosting on Black Friday. There are some rules to the giveaway. Hey, Lady Dagger Status. Um, there are some rules to this giveaway. So you must join our email list so you can get the rules and regulations to the giveaway. You need me to scrape that bowl for you?
Okay. Concentrate on what you're doing.
Okay. Um, what's been on my mind heavily is the last of our conversation.
You just not gonna be able to concentrate when you're doing
It's hard, y'all. I'm so used to doing this part, and now I want to sit and watch him, even though I don't want to watch him, because I know he know what he's doing. But I want to scrape that bowl.
That's your OCD kicking in.
I want to scrape the bowl, because you know he got like 2 jars of yam cream in the bowl still. He got to learn. It's like baking a cake. You got to scrape the bowl good. Um,
She said that's 2 jars.
Look, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. All this yam cream in here. He got to learn someday, right? Um, we always talk about our health, and then like something happened, and I get confirmation that yeah, he got to get that Lady Dagger status. Scrape that down. Scrape it down. They said scrape it down. He know how to bake bowl. Look, scrape that bowl, BB King. Waste not, want not. Um, I get confirmation that these conversations are so much needed nowadays. So many people are going through so much, and of course, it break our heart to see and hear people going through so much. Um, so these conversations are definitely needed, and we got into deep conversations last night with a friend, and it was like, man, just bouncing back and forth off each other and talking about the things we always talk about. And it just reminds you that, golly, so many people are suffering from so many simple things. I wouldn't pop them yet, babe.
Just leave them on.
Yeah.
Put the tab on.
No. So many people are suffering with so many things, and it's like, golly, how can we help more people? How can we help the world? We want to save everybody, and I know we are only 2 people, and there's only so much we can do, but just having these conversations are very important. Now, I am dropping a lot of old videos because I get a lot of requests for them. Because we have changed our diet so much, you will see a lot of new videos where we will come back and clean up some of the things that we have been doing. Like we, I make a lot of desserts, and am I gonna say that we'll never use these desserts or eat them ever again? No, because we human. Um,
But even though those desserts are healthier than what you're gonna get
from the
anywhere else,
store, yeah, but there is a healthier version. I need something for energy and stomach issues. So for energy, we do cayenne pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne powder, and a little bit of water, and drink that. That's your energy. For stomach issues, I would suggest bentonite clay. Redmond sell a bentonite clay that you can drink a little bit of, a teaspoon of clay powder, and let it absorb in a cup of water overnight, and in the morning mix it and drink it. That'll help with your stomach issues. Um, and the cayenne pepper will help also target whatever issues you have going on with your belly. But now that we have learned to do better, or we know better, we try to do better. Um, so this is why we decided, well, between our health, getting older, and we want to live as healthy as we can, we also want to make better decisions so that we can live a healthier life. And with that being said, things like our flour. My husband talked about some issues that was brought to his attention a few weeks ago, and how we address those issues, such as diabetes. Um, I don't claim that they diagnosed him with diabetes, but I don't play crazy. Like, I don't say that's impossible or that's just not what it is. What's good for headaches? Water. You probably just need more water and a little bit of salt with your water. Redmonds, if you have Redmonds, because not all salt is good, but most headaches is just you're thirsty. Um,
And if you knew, that sounds funny.
it does.
So to go more in depth, you need the minerals in the salt for your body to use the water.
Yes.
So make sure you get enough magnesium in your body so your cells can uptake the water and your brain will actually use it also. So
So, Malvina, you have pain away oil, right? So the thing with wild lettuce can be dangerous, and like in my case, wild lettuce does take away. And Malvina asked this question on Facebook. You can get bentonite clay from a herbal store most of the time. Um, the wild yam will take away all of your pain. What it does is it trick your brain to think it block the pain receptor in your brain, and that will make you feel like, oh, I ain't hurting, I can rock the world, I can do a whole lot. But then you'll hurt yourself because you'll do too much, not realizing how much pain you in. So I do have wild lettuce. I haven't taken wild lettuce in a few years just because of that. The pain away is a safer way to target your pain. um for blood sugar control, guava leaves of guava is good for blood sugar control. What guava, to me, when I look at guava for far as blood sugar control, is equal to um, berries. It's just a safe fruit that you can consume that won't raise your GI, your glycemic index level real fast. Berries and guava are good for people that have diabetes. It's a safe fruit that you can ingest without it shooting your blood sugar up like a banana or a mango or pineapple or something like that. So
but the leaves actually lower the blood pressure though, right?
the leaves will help lower the blood sugar.
Blood sugar, yeah.
Yeah. So my email is blackstropical at gmail. No, it's not. It's blacktropical@gmail.com. Um, Good morning, Victoria.
Without the S.
Without the S. Um, how can you add iodine without using regular salt? So you don't want to use regular salt at all. You actually want to throw that in the trash. This is how you add iodine. I don't have it. Oh, yes, I do. Real salt. Real salt got majority of the minerals and vitamins that you need. The all the minerals that you need. So you have to have products that are all natural and haven't been tampered with. Something like real salt. This is just Redmond's real salt, and it got all of the minerals that you'll need.
Yeah. Just make sure when you do your research, find out what your daily intake should be on each of the minerals, and then when you look at the salt, natural salt like
Hmm.
Redmond's, you find out what's the daily amount needed. Find out how much each one of those minerals have in it, and then you can possibly supplement if you don't have enough. Something like magnesium, you're not gonna get enough in your daily amount of
Hmm.
sodium or salt to be able to fulfill what you need. That's when you do the supplementation or and eat food that's high in magnesium, such as vegetables and nuts. So make sure you actually do your research. Magnesium is really, really
It's
important.
vital, and that could be why somebody asked about headaches. Headaches come from not having enough magnesium. Um, we need all the juice and berries. The Having we all most of us are deficient in magnesium. That's why we need some type of supplement every day. We use a cream instead of taking pills because we don't know what they putting in these pills. What we do know is in the United States, they allow things in things and they don't have to tell you. And it's hard to say what do they allow and what they allow things in everything. And they don't have to tell you um, what's in it and how much of it is in it. All they say, I mean, if you do your own research, you'll see it say that you can consume small amounts of it. What is a small amount? Um, and you have to figure that out for yourself. This is why natural and homemade things are so much better because you block out a lot of the junk.
Yeah,
What were you going to say?
with those capsules, when it comes to business, people gonna do whatever it takes to make their business more
You can put a little
successful,
less than that.
and they're gonna if they can create something that's cheaper, more affordable, and put in as a filler, they will.
Oh, they
So
will do that off
yeah,
top.
so just it's safer to go ahead, and if you actually got a trusted source of magnesium, get your own magnesium and take it straight, so you'll know exactly what you're going to be getting. Uh, make your own magnesium spray that
Hmm.
my wife talk about, or you can get our magnesium body butter. Those are excellent ways to incorporate that. Plus, you want to eat the necessary stuff,
Yeah,
and you want to make sure the salts and the foods are very important. So,
yeah.
and that could change your whole life, guys. Just do your research.
So let me tell you. Let's go back. The type of depending on the type of high blood
Just put
pressure,
less in it.
you might a little bit be able to take ashwagandha, take it with your blood pressure medicine because it can make it drop too low. So this is my thing. Um, I suffered with high blood pressure for 20 something years, and I would always blame my daddy because my dad passed away at a young age of a massive heart attack from high blood pressure, untreated high blood pressure. Um, so I felt like my high blood pressure, no matter what I did, I changed my diet, I lost weight, like all this stuff, exercising, um, and not seemed like nothing would help. I took my medicine, and my blood pressure always ran high. So here recently, the first thing I started doing, we did because it it took my whole house to change things. We had to look at things a little different. We love food, we love to eat, but we had to realize the foods we were eating were destroying our body. So what do we do in this case? You can say I'm gonna go to the store and I can get healthy this or healthier that or sugar free this and diet that and all that is crap. So what we did was I learned how to make everything homemade. I had to make a conscious decision that I can heal myself. It's gonna take some work. Um, and I got to do a lot of research. If I can purchase something from the store, I can make it at home healthier and better. It may take a few tries for me to make it, and then I'm going to get it eventually to where we like it. So that was my first thing, change our diet. I did a video about a year ago, said I was fighting for my life. And I was because I was in pain, um, suffering with this high blood pressure, and fighting these normal cravings that we have. I feel like when we work hard for something, we should be able to enjoy what we work hard for. But we have to realize a lot of this stuff isn't good for us. So I changed our entire way of eating by making homemade everything. Bread, desserts, pastas, whatever we needed, sodas, whatever we want, ice cream, candy, cleaning supplies, medicine, um, even washing detergent now, everything. I try to make it myself. That way I know what's in it. Does that mean everything is the best or um, it doesn't have any chemicals or any? We try to stay away from as many as we can. I don't remember going to the store as a little girl with my mom and her having 50 different variety of washing powder or dish detergent or cleaning products to pick from. Mom usually got Ajax, some bleach, and maybe some Pine Sol or, maybe Tide. I don't know what washing powder she used when I was little, but I can almost guarantee you it was basic and almost the same every time because she didn't have all these choices. Now you go and it's like I don't know which one to get. They come out with all this new stuff. This smell good, that feel good. We got to get away from that. Always thought I needed bubbles and stuff. That's another chemical that they have conditioned us with to make us feel like I can only get my dishes and clothes clean with bubbles. So you got to get away from some of that stuff. All of this is an attack on our health, and we got to get away from it. Um, we changed our diet. We went to homemade everything, and then I decided one day, and we always had our herbs, but we were incorporating our herbs into our lifestyle, drinking tea, um, tinctures, different salves. We would still take synthetics. One day I woke up and I said, once I got the pain under control, we started with the castor oil. To me, that was simple. It doesn't cost a lot of money, and it doesn't take any effort really for castor oil. You just rub it on, drop it in your navel, go to sleep. And to me, that was simple. When I woke up the next morning and I was pain free, and my husband had a peaceful night of sleep, I felt like we might be on to something. Um, so we kept trying that, and then we would skip a day to see how do I feel when I skip a day. Well, I was hurting, and he didn't sleep well, so that made me feel like castor oil is good. Did my research, and I know God provided that for us. So that made me wholeheartedly trust God and what He had already put out here for us to heal ourselves. And that's why I took this deep dive into um, healing myself because I had to heal me before I could heal anybody. I mean, that's physically, mentally, emotionally. I had to make sure I was in check before I could help anybody, even my husband who live in the same house under the same roof with me. I still had to make sure Sherry was in check. So I woke up one morning and I said, I used to take 3 different blood pressure medicines. Now I cleaned up my diet, I started my castor oil, and now I trust God wholeheartedly. Like I never doubt God. I don't think all of my life, even though it's times where you say you want to question certain things, but at that moment I knew there was something stronger than and better than what the doctor was prescribing me to try to heal myself. And I realized my doctor isn't trying to heal me. And it's not that she didn't want me doing better, because me and my doctor would have long conversations about my health or our health, what's going on, even with her family. Once she found out what I was doing, she wanted to talk to me. She would say, okay, let's talk about you first, because I got questions and I need stuff. Um, that made me really love my doctor because she was willing to take time and listen. And she would tell me, well, what I did was I stopped my medicine. I told, I didn't tell my husband, I didn't tell my doctor. One morning I woke up and I said, I'm tired of taking all these pills. I don't have to take anything for pain because I had our pain away oil and castor oil, which was working great. Um, and all I was doing was dropping castor oil in my navel, and that was about it. We used magnesium. Had been using magnesium for a couple years just to spray twice a day. We need the magnesium. But I felt like, why is my blood pressure so high? And I take 3 different blood pressure medicines. That just did not make sense to me at all. So I stopped. And I sat on side the bed and I said, come on. I said, God, you're going to have to hold my hand. Um, I listen to Andale tell his story all the time about when you're not feeling your best and you go to God and you ask him to prop you up on your leaning side. That's where I was at. I needed to be propped up because I knew the dangers of stopping my medicine the way I did, But I prayed that God would hold my hand and prop me up while I went on this journey. I didn't tell my husband and doctor because I knew they were going to be like, no, you can't just stop. But I felt like something told me that I could just stop, and I did. But I knew I had to swallow this cayenne pepper, which was not easy because I don't like hot stuff. What made it easy was I wanted to live. So I came in the little kitchen, got my quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper, put it in a little shot glass and a little bit of water, and I said, hopefully I won't pass out um, when I drink this castor oil, this cayenne pepper and water, because, ooh, I don't like hot stuff. But I drank it, and you could feel it a little bit, but it wasn't like hot to the point where, oh, I got to drink all this water. I knocked that little shot down and I said, okay, a little bit of beet juice. I drank about 2 ounces of beet juice and went for a walk. That gave me my energy. That get my blood flowing. That cayenne pepper, and it's a healing herb. So if anything is going on in your body, inflammation, ulcers, clogged arteries, high blood pressure, this cayenne pepper gonna say, I'm gonna take care of that. Um, don't worry, I'm gonna take care of that, and that's what I learned to do. Don't worry and let it work. Went to the doctor about 3 weeks later, and we talked for a few minutes. The girl came in, we talked. She said, I'm gonna come back and get your blood pressure. I said, okay. She came back, took my blood pressure. When I looked at the machine, I could have fell on the floor, but I was like, don't get excited. It's okay. Because it's normal for my blood pressure to go up when I go to the doctor, that white coat syndrome. But it didn't. And I was saying, well, wait a minute. My blood pressure is almost perfect. It was like 118 over 88 or something. And I was like, I ain't seen those numbers and I don't know if ever. But okay. That was my confirmation that these herbs work. So when my doctor came in, she said, well, I'm gonna back you off some of your medicine because your blood pressure is great. I'm so proud of you. And I said, I stopped taking my medicine. And she said, you stopped taking your medicine when? I got my phone and looked to see when I stopped because I wrote it, put it on my calendar, and I said, it's been 21 days today. And she said, well, okay, let's just, she said, I'm sorry, I can't, she said, I'm sorry, I can't give you anything. I can't help you. Like, and I told her, I said, that was helping itself. Because most doctors will tell you, well, I can't take you off. You can't stop your medicine. You got to keep this going and then we'll do that. No, she said, we're going to stop and it's going to be all right. She said, now, if I took about 2 ounces, I drank about 2 ounces a day of beet juice because I don't like beet juice. That was another thing I was fighting with. I could drink cayenne, even to this day. I can drink cayenne before I even drink beet juice because I don't like beet juice. But for my doctor to say, you stop the medicine and you're doing great, let's keep it that way. She said, how is your pain level? I told her I ain't in no pain. Like, no complaints at all. I don't have an ache in my body, which I haven't been able to say in 12 years. My blood pressure is great. We did blood work, urine, everything was great. What did that tell me right then? That now all these years I've been trying to control my blood pressure and I wasn't able to do it with 3 different blood pressure meds. I stopped everything and was able to control my blood pressure. Even my husband, they diagnosed him as a diabetic.
Pre-diabetic.
Well, no, they diagnosed you as a diabetic because your A1C said so.
But they ain't even look at my A1C.
No, he remember he gave me your A1C. He told me I had to check it.
So,
So that's what make you a diabetic. But he was able to control it with no medicine. What did that tell me? How can he control diabetes with no medicine at all? They gave him metformin. We know metformin, but should we trust and do? And that, I'm not telling anybody not to. Um, you can mix the beet juice and cayenne pepper. You can. Am I telling you don't take your medicine? No, because some people need their medicine. Some people need surgery. Certain things you need treatment for. But there is a herb out here that can help you. There is changing diet. Now, a lot of people assume sugar. We hear that a lot. That, oh, that sugar is bad for you. That sugar. And I always say, well, it's something, sugar is bad for us. Everything is bad for us, but we should consume everything in moderation.
Oh,
What's
oh.
moderation?
Before she go any further, guys, this is not medical advice. We're not telling you to do this. She's telling you her story, her journey.
Yeah, because that's all we can do is share our journey
Yeah,
in
Sherry
this.
Sherry is a nurse by trade, so she can monitor herself if need
Hmm.
be. So I don't want nobody actually, going to the extent or just taking what we're talking about and using that and going forth because we don't know your situation.
Yeah,
So just keep that in mind, and that must be said because we get comments and
good,
questions
Carolyn.
that seem to be pretty common sense, but it's not to everybody. So
Yeah,
understand this is our journey, this is our story, and it's the truth.
yeah.
All right.
Um, the thing is, like, what we've come to realize after all these years is you can heal yourself, and you can heal yourself with natural plants, simple things. There are so many herbs out here, and that's what scare a lot of people. A lot of people want to get into the holistic living or herbalism, but they so afraid of hurting themselves. Um, God doesn't make things for us to hurt ourselves with. So thank you. We appreciate you. So when it comes to herbs, it's almost impossible to hurt yourself. Now you can overdo it with certain things, like even with the castor oil. You don't even have to drink it. What I love about castor oil is you can put too much in your navel and you go into the bathroom. It will detox you. And sometimes even if you put those 3 to 5 drops in your navel, it can detox you. Um, So you do have to be careful with things. You just have to know. I like to keep it simple. Only thing I do is I put my wild yam on. We use castor oil, my cayenne shots. We use hawthorn berry, but that's in our tea blend. So it is good to drink a nice tea blend or tea a few times a week because it helps aid in the health of. But cutting out a lot of stuff, like we talked about wheat. What Let me see. We talked about wheat. A lot of people they fuss about sugar, and I would say sugar ain't the worst. It's not. Wheat, sugar. Now, what we should all do, not just um diabetics. What we should all do is know how much sugar or how many carbs we are consuming because that's what we want to stay away from. Sugar isn't the worst long as it's in moderation. Like I would put sugar in a soda and people felt like, oh, y'all killing yourselves. You worse eating a sandwich
The whole wheat bread.
with whole wheat bread than we are drinking these sodas with sugar. So I'm trying to be careful with how I say what I say, but there is something worse than sugar. Your products do not cause the pain. I use your products to take the pain away. Yes, that's what our products are made to do. Help with pain. Sugar. So we all should target things that's low on a glycemic index. I'm gonna give y'all an example. We should try to target things that are like 55 or below on a GI scale. Sugar is 59 on a GI scale, which isn't terrible. Um, 55, and we talking 59 for sugar. When we talk about white bread or white wheat, it is 69 on a glycemic index chart, which is terrible. Gluten adds sugar, soy, corn. So we gonna talk about all that. Um, so that make white wheat worse than sugar. Where most people will say, no, it's just sugar. Sugar is bad. White wheat is worse than sugar. But then there's brown wheat, where most people will say, oh, I need to stop eating white stuff, so let me eat wheat bread. So they'll eat brown bread because they think that's a better choice of bread. So they'll get brown bread or whole wheat bread. Whole wheat bread is 72 on the glycemic index. Now sugar is 59, and then we got whole wheat at 72. Meaning whole wheat is way worse than sugar on the glycemic index, which is crazy. But then there's an explanation to why. We know when God made things, He made them in perfect form. Nobody can recreate or make what God did for us better. But man has the tendency to always come and want to make things better because it can make more money and produce or yield more. So the wheat that we should be consuming and using that was once tall and didn't grow as plentiful as the wheat that we consume today, um, a doctor decided to recreate this wheat and make it a short plant that will create tons and tons of wheat, meaning the farmers could make more money and supply more people. This
AKA
was
GMO.
genetically modified. This was back in um exactly, Gail. This was back in the 70s when this GMO wheat was created. In the 90s is when they started using it more, and now
We're feeling the
we
effects.
are feeling the effects. Nothing happened overnight. Like, drink. We can drink Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew and all this stuff, and you're going to be all right for now. Later on, 10, 15, 20 years later, you'll start, all of a sudden, you got high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, all these things, obesity, um, uh, hormones are out of whack. It's crazy. I recently switched to unbleached bread flour since. So the thing is, all of that is bad. Spelt is a good flour. Um,
Ancient grains.
Ancient grains is what we need, honestly, y'all. And let me tell you how they got us in a
Non
chokehold with
GMO.
them. You can buy a bag of flour for $10, $12, 25-pound bag of flour, $10, $12, whatever it is. Ancient grain is what we need. That is non-GMO grains. And you need the whole grain that you have to grind up yourself as you need it. That's how you keep all of your nutrients in your flour. A bag of ancient grains, 25 pounds,
Hmm.
costs how much?
I pay 112.
$112 ish or so.
Yeah. But they do sell smaller bags. They sell it already milled. Not saying that that's the best way to do it
But
because
it's
you
a
don't
better
know.
way.
Yeah, it's better
Hmm.
than what you got for
Hmm.
sure. For sure.
So, in our opinion, the culprit of our illnesses are is more so wheat.
Yes. So when they did when they genetically modified it, it changed the properties, the gluten's in it, and our bodies don't
Recognize.
respond well to
Yes.
the gluten's that they have, and they don't digest it the way it's supposed to be digested.
Yes.
When you get the ancient grains, that gluten, a lot of people that's gluten resistant can actually eat ancient grains
Hmm.
because the glutens are different and it processes through your body like they're supposed to. But
It's
they're not
like,
telling us all this, so
yeah, it's like white potato, sweet potato. Your body doesn't process the white potato in the correct way because it's too much starch.
yeah, it releases, and the white potato just releases it so fast your body can't use it
Can't
all.
use it up. It's
Yes.
stored as fat, or it just
Mm-hmm.
they doesn't even. It's like what's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm confused. Versus a sweet potato, it's a slow release. That's what our body need because we got to feed our body. It need food to be able to keep going. Where if you just getting a whole blast of sugar or carbs or all this weird stuff, they put
Mm-hmm.
weird stuff in our food.
Mm-hmm.
Like what it was it something that they
Yeah.
use to make batteries. They put in our seasonings. Why we need that?
Mm-hmm.
What is your body gonna say when you put that in the body?
Mm-hmm. So those glutens, they just don't work in our body.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what's causing us as we get older to have these issues.
So that's
And
why the gluten free has started
mm-hmm,
up. Like
mm-hmm,
what? Maybe the last 10 years or so,
mm-hmm,
you starting to hear a lot of people being gluten free or they gluten tolerant. And for a long time, I would say, "What is that?" I never heard of that, and I would always say, "I've never known people to be so sick when I was little." Um, I've never heard of people being allergic to so many things when I was growing up. Well, because they were just when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s, they were just playing with stuff then and putting introducing all this new stuff to our body, and now our bodies are saying,
mm-hmm.
nah, we it's too much. It's in everything. So to heal yourself, chickpea flour. Yeah, we've been using a lot of almond flour. Where did you purchase our ancient grains? You found a seller on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of the.
I brought the box. I put the box in there in the floor, but I ain't take it out because that sucker was heavy. But
I will put a link in our store
yeah,
on it.
yeah,
So
we'll link our ancient grains. The thing is, you need a slow and steady release of foods to your body. I know some people have issues with meat. Carnivore is healthier than um, a regular diet because of the wheat. Something as simple as the wheat. The unhealthy fats are bad for us. The refined sugars are bad for us. When we can get things in natural form, that's what we need to go for. When we can find herbs that jive with our body, great. That's what we need to go for. Again, there are tons of herbs out here. We have tons of herbs. We just don't dabble in them all because
confuse everybody.
like why should I be telling y'all about passiflora and all this other stuff? We can keep it simple. Now, some we get a lot of emails or messages asking, "How can I do this or how can I do that?" Everything is simple. On down to curing cancer. Like you can fight that battle in a simple way without all these different herbs or all these different medicines or all this different stuff. Um,
It depends on how far along you are in
yeah,
the
yeah,
situation.
yeah. Your fight can be worse, and sometimes, I mean, I have my own thing when it comes to that, but
Yeah.
it's all up to you and what you want to do when it comes to that fight. Um, it can be it's gonna be a rough fight anyway, but in my mind, I would rather try to fight it with some natural herbs that come from the ground versus man burning me up um with their weirdness. So we do have sea moss. We don't use it. We freeze dry sea moss so we can have it for the long haul. We don't use it every day. Again, it's another one of those. We keep things simple. We go out there and we eat leaves from our moringa tree, and sea moss is just something that's not on our mind too often. I can't say anything bad about it. I hear
Hey,
it's good.
Celeste.
Yeah, you see her just came in.
Yeah.
So I was trying to find because I think my chat stopped. But
And what?
Facebook, YouTube.
YouTube.
Um, I don't know this thing. Let me
You
just
seem
leave
to
this
do
alone.
that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but we like to keep things simple just because if we start talking about all these 50 million different things, it will confuse the crap out of somebody or it'll scare you. Like, when do I use this? Or when do I use that? Because so many people have so many issues. Like, a lot of people have diabetes and high blood pressure and I don't know, something else going on, endometriosis or something. So what do I take for all three of these? Then if I give you like three different herbs or four different herbs you need to take for each one of these, you'll be like, what? So I like to look, you got to look at herbs as if something that target multiple things, like cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is a service herb. If you have an ulcer, it will take care of that. If your blood pressure is high, it'll take care of that. If you yeah, it's gonna be a fight. If you have if you want to lose weight, it'll help you. It'll help aid in that. Hey, pescatarian. So you have to look at certain herbs and all of the things
So
it'll
always
do.
be kind. So you should try ordering from us and we wouldn't.
It wouldn't take. Send a message to homestead@gmail.com. So we can help you. Were you trying to pay with PayPal?
It was on trying to check out. So she was trying to check out some kind of way.
Mm. Okay.
Um, yeah, the
Yes.
pasta with the wheat ingredients should. Yeah. Still, it's the wheat.
Hey,
Period.
best yet.
So she was saying the pasta with the wheat flour and all that. So the wheat is the problem, and you have to do your research on that.
Yeah. Any wheat, like,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the thing.
Hey Bishop. Yeah.
What hurt the most is the doctors don't, they don't tell you, they don't give you information to help you. It's like, oh, okay, you can do this, that, and the third. Oh, the chat is here.
So
Okay, you were
Tony
using
said that
PayPal. They switched to wheat.
yeah, honey wheat over 20
Mm-hmm.
years ago because they thought the white wheat was bad. Now, the thing is, guys, this information is out there, but for whatever reason, it's not pushed and it's not made known for everybody. This is information that's going to be is vital to people. If you're trying to look out for your health in the
Mm-hmm.
long run, this stuff will cause major issues.
Over time,
Yeah.
yeah, and not just in you. Look at how much our kids, and they
Hmm.
always talk about how they got us in this cycle where you don't have time to do a lot of things. So you grab a loaf of bread, you can get wheat bread. Go home, fix some sandwiches. Y'all might eat chips, French fries, or maybe just a sandwich. Um, Over time, and then all of a sudden our kids are diabetic, and then they got cancer. Why kids got high blood pressure? Like, it's all just goofy. Homestead at blackstropical.com. So there are some healthier breads. I think like Ezekiel bread is pretty healthy, but if you ain't, it's hard to even say because if you're not making it yourself, we don't know what they putting in our food. Again, in the
Hmm.
United States, they allow them to put a lot of junk in our foods that just ain't good for us, and they don't even have to tell us. And I always say I think that's a crime in itself, because I should be able to know what's going in my body. Like honey, when I buy honey, well, we don't buy honey from the store, but if I buy honey from the store and I look at the ingredients on that bottle and it just say raw honey or organic honey, I expect it to be all just raw honey in there.
So yesterday,
But
Ms. God said, I haven't taken pharmaceuticals in over 25 years. By the way, I'm a pharmaceutical technician and I don't use synthetics.
that should tell you a lot.
Yeah.
But
Um,
I forgot what I was saying. Bobby made me forget my thought. But yeah, they don't put. Oh, I was saying about the honey. When you can buy something and it got one ingredient on the label, you think that's all on that label. You think it's just raw honey. Um, it's just raw honey, and it's good for my family. We can use this to sweeten. blah blah this. But then you do some research and you find out 99% of the honey that they sell in the grocery stores are 10% raw honey and 90% high fructose syrup. And this is what we loading ourselves down with, loading our kids down with, loading our elders down with, because we thought the label was telling us the truth. Um, I think that's a ripoff because I should know what I'm putting in my body. I know what I thought I purchased, but then when you go to the doctor and the doctor say, "Oh, you got all these issues," it's coming from things like that. I went from white bread to wheat bread because I thought it was a better choice. Well, it's not a better choice because all of the wheat is tainted. It's all crap. Unless you go to another country, they'll feed you better because certain things are prohibited or just banned in other countries. Why does the United States allow certain things? Because it's all about money. And they're not going to tell you this. We got to do this for ourselves. We do sell raw honey. We are sold out right now. We won't have honey back in stock until spring,
Late spring
late spring,
or summer.
next year. So it's only a seasonal thing with honey for us because we don't, our bees don't produce honey all year round. They take a break, they slow down. Um, so after we sold the 500 pounds ish or so of honey that we collected this year, we kept a little bit so we would have honey at home, and the rest is gone. We sold. So it'll be back in stock. We have an email list, so if you join our email list at blacktropical.com, you'll know when honey comes back in stock
They'll
and
be the
other
first to
things.
know.
Yes, y'all are always the first to know. People on the email list are always first to know. So all I'm saying is, so we did talk about reversing diabetes this week
Hmm.
and how you can reverse diabetes. I did drop a short video on how I make taco soup, which is what we use to work on my husband's diagnosis. And it's simple. It's good and it's simple. We actually ate it last night and the night before. And the
And the
night
night
before.
before.
We eat taco soup every day because we got our beans and lentils and some ground beef in there. My husband loves his meat. And I told Bobby when he first went to the doctor, I told him, I said, I think you should go carnivore. And I kept telling him, I want you to go carnivore because we can cut out everything. It's amazing that you can go carnivore as long as you are a healthy carnivore, getting healthy fats and healthy meat, protein, and live a healthier life than somebody that eat a well balanced dinner, or meals well balanced. When you
Oh.
cut out that wheat,
Hmm. Boy.
when you cut out the wheat alone, your body will just be like, wow, you did something for me. And what we did was we cut out all of these carbs, but I kept the sugar
Hmm.
and certain things, even with his blood sugar being so high. Cut out all of the carbs and wheat and kept the sugar, and his blood sugar still went down really good. The food pyramid crap was a sham, a whole sham.
So if you actually eliminate the chemicals, so my wife was talking about all the homemade stuff, even the candies and all that stuff. But one of the most vital things you cutting out is all the chemicals that they include in that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you start making that stuff homemade, you'll realize it's not sitting on no shelf, it's not sitting on a counter, or
Forever.
none of that stuff
Yeah.
for no significant amount
It
of time.
can't. It can't because it's gonna go bad.
Yeah, so you know a Snicker sitting on in a box and then on the shelf for months, sometimes years,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go and you eat it. How is that possible?
And they taste good.
Yeah,
I don't know when they made it,
yeah.
but it
So,
tastes good.
so just imagine the amount of chemicals that it would have required for that candy to stay stable and good for that amount of
Mm-hmm.
time. When you make it at home, you get rid of all that. Are the ingredients the best? They're better than I'm sure at least
Most
eighty
definitely.
percent better than what you get in
Most
pre-made
definitely.
already.
Yep.
But yeah, can you do better? Now we found out that the stuff we thought was good, which is the wheat, is
Mm-hmm.
actually
The
giving us
worst.
a lot of the problems. It's not
Oh,
allowing our
hey,
body to
Amy.
work right or
Hey,
process
Stacy.
the foods the way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
So now everything is a problem.
Yep.
So you get rid of something that's holding your body back from doing what it's supposed to do, and then everything else kind of rolls along with it. So just keep that in mind.
So, best yet, said I'm on some herbs right now. I can't say whether they work. And let me tell y'all, when it comes to these herbs, I always say stay basic. Um, you ain't late, you here. Um, we need. I think everybody need cayenne. I always say we should all grow a cayenne plant. You got to be careful with the oats because they spray the fields, and yeah, that's some junk too sometimes. So that's the only thing with oat. Um,
Monitor her daughter
cayenne,
doing carnivore.
yeah, and looking great.
Mm-hmm.
Cayenne is a great herb, and that can target so many things. Um,
Hey,
Obesity,
Dana.
blood pressure, clogged arteries, all that good stuff. Inflammation. We all suffer with um, magnesium deficient. We are all magnesium deficient. Magnesium can help bring your blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, all that stuff in check also. Um, which is another good reason to cut carbs to keep your cholesterol in check. Which is another thing to do research on because they'll tell you at 215, 240, 250 that your cholesterol is high when that is actually perfect. So, and it's not the fats that make your cholesterol high, it's the carbs again. Um we all have hormone imbalances because of all the junk they do to our foods, our cleaning products, our skincare products, our clothes, all of that stuff. They just taint us everywhere you can look and it throw our hormones off. We already living in a stressful world and doing stressful things. Our kids are stressed out. Magnesium chloride is what we need. But then, so we need something like a wild yam cream, and not just for women, but for men too. Balance off our hormones. If you can get your hormones in check, I always use Andale Homestead as an example because Andale suffered for a long time with trying to get her arthritis and autoimmune disease under control. She went to the doctor. She took steroids. She got injections or infusions for months trying to get her body back in whack. And I told her, I said, I think your hormones are just off. And if you can get your hormones in check, you probably feel better. She said, I don't know, whatever. And she would go to the doctor and they would work on her and try and try. And finally, one day she said, I'm going to try the wild yam cream. Tried the wild yam cream. It worked. It took a few days. Um, It took her about 3 days or so to feel the effects of the relief from the wild yam cream, but it's a natural herb. Um, I was told 175 my cholesterol was high. That's a whole
No.
joke. Your cholesterol is low at 175. When you start dropping in the 100s, you get a lot of brain fog, and confusion, or you just can't figure out your cholesterol is too low. Um, our brain need fat, healthy fats, to fire right and work right. So you need a little yeah, you can get those numbers up. Long as you stay between 200 and 3, don't go over 300 and don't go below 200, you are good. Um but it took her to use she used wild yam and pain away oil, and she pretty much got her autoimmune and her thyroids and her arthritis under control to the point where she able to work now in the garden, in the house, doing things, back to canning, back to living, spending time with her grandkids and her husband and kids, versus spending countless hours, thousands of dollars on synthetics that wasn't doing anything
Yeah, so let's send that picture.
of her plant.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, if you're just getting started with herbs, we're talking about the herbs that we know of that give you the most dynamic effects. So these
over the
are
most
things.
common over the most
Most common.
common
Yeah,
issues.
and these are things that you're gonna definitely see a change and
Hmm.
improvement. Now, not everybody is observant because we done had people that text us said, "I've been having this problem for years. I took your product and I now it's better, but I'm not sure if this was your product that did it or I'm just." And I'm like, okay, then what you do
What
different
did you
other
do
than
different?
use the product?
That's the thing. You got to pay attention to yourself and see what did I do different, and what happened. You know, no two people are the same. So some people say, well, yeah, I mean, I feel great. I was able to do. I could almost run laps. Um, after, but I don't know what did that. What did you do different?
Yeah.
That's what you need to pay attention for. To what did you do different?
Yeah, some people will realize that, and and actually know, okay, this is what I did different.
Yeah,
I feel this way. This got to be the reason. Like, and they'll tell a story that, yeah, her doctor told her
that was the
when
medicine.
yeah, it
He
was the
said, yeah, the
medicine that
medicine
did it.
finally kicked
But she
in.
was like, I was using this medicine for all this time, and I never felt this way. I started using this a couple weeks ago, and now all of a sudden I
I
feel
feel
this
great.
way.
I could care less about even coming to the doctor
Yeah,
now.
but some people just don't. I mean,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just don't know. So
But
you
you
just
gotta
have to
pay
pay attention.
attention.
Yeah.
You have to pay attention to yourself. No two people are the same. Yeah, these are herbs that again God provided for us to heal us. They will work. We have to be consistent. We gotta trust God first. Then we gotta be consistent, and we gotta be patient because we didn't get here overnight. So we can't look for a quick fix or overnight fix. It take time, and we gotta stop feeding ourselves the did you take notice of the smell? Yeah, I like the smell of moringa. It does have a smell to it. I just pinch off like 5 leaves and
It's
four
just
or
like a
five leaves and
earthy
eat it.
smell, and it's kind
Yeah,
of nutty
nutty.
flavors.
Yeah, kind of nutty. You have to pay attention to yourself. Most people they don't pay attention and they want this quick fix.
Hmm.
Um,
Like, so let's say her husband and their son notice a huge difference in her,
yeah,
and that's usually confirmation. But if you don't think nothing wrong with you, and then when you change, you don't actually pay attention to the fact
yeah,
that something is different. Even using a wild yam cream, if you don't pay attention to the fact that I'm not snapping off, I'm not getting upset so quickly all the time,
yeah. It do put you in check.
you don't even know that you're doing it. You
Yeah,
you just don't even realize, yeah, that person that cut me off or that person that flipped me off didn't throw me into a rage. I used to go and follow them home one time.
yeah. They I have a doctor friends I have doctor friends who are switching to holistic and natural medicines
Hmm.
because they see it's not what they expected.
Hmm.
They see the herbs working.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, the and this is why I always say our doctors don't heal us. They will diagnose us and treat a issue, but there is one healer. There is one healer, meaning he put things here for us to heal ourselves because we do have to do the work, we have to do the research, we got to go out here and get this stuff so we can heal ourselves, and it's very doable in everything. I mean, they say you can come back from anything except death. We just got to put in some work and figure out what it is, help each other, talk to each other about it. This is why we had these conversations so that you can go back and listen to them and say, well, what did they say or what are they doing? Hormone imbalance is real. Pain is real. High blood pressure is real.
And
Um,
some of y'all gonna listen to these symptoms and y'all gonna be like, huh, I didn't even think that
yeah,
could be the problem with me.
yeah.
Maybe this
Magnesium.
person ain't so bad. Maybe my husband, my wife isn't the monster that I think they are. Maybe I'm just looking at things because my emotions and hormones are off.
Off. Yeah, yeah.
Maybe my job ain't that bad.
They never get to the root of the cause. They feel like that ain't their job. I guess.
Or it's not them. It's
Yeah.
everybody else. It's everything else.
Yep.
It's not me because
Yeah.
I got every right to believe that, you know, because I don't know, you didn't take the trash out, or you didn't give me a kiss goodbye, or you didn't bring me no flowers, that my marriage is over. My relationship ain't no good. You know that stuff is to the person on the outside looking in will say it's silly, but to you it feel like a whole thing. You know, and it's like I'm gonna rage out on this.
Yeah, yeah. So we just gotta be mindful, pay ourselves some attention, evaluate ourselves. I always say, you have to start with you. We of course we want to fix people as much as I can, as much as we can. Um, we all try to help people, but we got to start with us. You got to make sure you in check. Um, where do I get wild yam? Blackstropical.com. I had to think about it. You can purchase our products at blackstropical.com. Shipping is free within the. We only ship in the United States. Um, but you definitely have to pay attention to yourself, evaluate yourself, and see what do I need to do, and what are these things gonna do for us. I would suggest everybody to start dropping castor oil in your navel at bedtime. Um, my brother told me this past weekend he had been taking cayenne pepper a few months ago. So he think that the cayenne pepper causes heart attack. Cayenne pepper
Mm-mm.
will stop your heart. Will stop a heart attack. Um, uh, I told him there's no side effect to taking herbs. Maybe the cayenne pepper saved his life. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Cayenne pepper can slow down or stop a heart attack. If you think you're having a heart attack and you take some cayenne pepper, it will slow down a progression. That means take this cayenne, but go get me some help. So yeah, that cayenne definitely helped him.
Yeah. So what it, I think, okay, so it thins your blood out, so your blood is able to pump through your veins and stuff
Hmm.
easily. So
And
a lot of
heal.
people got clogged arteries, so their blood can't flow through their arteries the way they're supposed to,
Hmm.
and makes it hard for your heart to pump it. Taking that cayenne will thin it out and make it easier to get through, and hopefully you improving your diet or whatever it took
Yeah.
to make your arteries get clogged.
That's the thing. People will think that, oh, if I take this, it's just like insulin. People will think because I take insulin, I can eat anything I want, take some insulin, and it'll keep my levels low. No, you still have to eat a healthy diet. You have to be mindful of what you eat. And think, and I always say it start at kids. We start our kids. The first thing they eat in the morning, on the weekends. Cause I've been Monday through Friday. I work. I get up with these kids and get them dressed. We go to work, go to school. So on Saturday, and your kids hungry. What are they eating? Cereal, pancakes, waffles. The worst thing that we can eat, and we all do that.
Yeah,
We did it. Bobby would not
everybody
eat
do.
breakfast
Yeah.
without pancakes, waffles, grits. He had to have some biscuits or something.
So I mean, how many of us knew that our wheat was GMO? I mean, genetically modified. Like they don't tell nobody that stuff. I ain't never heard of it. You know, so you had to actually go and look into all that stuff to find that information out.
So
So you eating wheat with every meal.
everything, hey, even your snacks are wheat. 9 times out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Some type of flour. So the castor oil at bedtime. I've been taking cayenne pepper ever since my stroke instead of aspirin in my blood, and the
Yep.
doctor suggests just me. I'm doing awesome. I can testify to cayenne pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Cayenne is a service herb. It is here to service us and take care of us. Um, castor oil. Castor oil is a the deepest penetrating oil that you can use to heal your body. It can heal ulcers, bone spurs, fibroids, cysts. It can heal the thyroids, the breast, reduce wrinkles, help with hair growth. It's anti-inflammatory, relieves arthritis, soothe joints, alleviate constipation, induce labor. So if you're pregnant, you definitely want to be careful with it. Stimulate the immune system, bone spurs. It can heal sciatica, hormone issues, menstrual cramps. It will relax you and help you sleep, and so much more. So we always say do your research with castor oil, but it's amazing. Comfrey for pain and wound healing. It's the best, one of the best. I'm gonna say for pain, We probably make the best pain away oil, but comfrey is good for pain,
I think we make the
and for
best
wound
yam
healing.
cream too, but we have never tried anybody else yam cream. But when people talk about it taking up to a year to work, when we get these testimonies of people taking a couple days to two
Yeah,
weeks
within
before
weeks. Yeah,
they actually getting the effects of it.
because
So
when you have issues, your doctor say, "Oh, well, you just need hormone replacement therapy," and which the main ingredient to that is wild yam in a synthetic form, though, because once they realize wild yam is good for hormone imbalance, they take things such as the wild yam and they recreate it again. They took man's product. I mean, they took God's production and man reproduced it for money, and they botched it up. They messed it all up, and they think it's gonna heal us. No, it can help, but it won't heal us. Meanwhile, if we take that product that God made and provided for us and use it, it can work in great ways. So yeah, they say it take up to a year. Um, Most people say they have been on hormone replacement for years and they felt terrible. Some days they felt okay, but most of the time they felt terrible. They started using our
wow, yeah.
wild yam, and
Mhm.
within weeks they have felt better than they felt in years.
Mhm.
And that's because we use an all natural product, and we infuse it with castor oil.
Yep.
I use your pain away oil.
Whole herbs, no
I
um,
transferred
teas or nothing.
it to a roll-on bottle for easy transport in my purse. Yeah, yeah, we were talking about. I was talking about that.
What's that, pain away?
The pain away.
Yeah, just make sure
Um,
you keep it shook up
Shake
every
it.
time you use it.
Yep,
Shake it.
shake it. But yeah, we can heal ourselves natural. You can heal yourself natural. You are a self healer. Your doctor will not heal you. They will pacify and aid the issue, but you have to do the work to heal yourself, and that's what we are here to help you do. Because most of all, we want y'all feeling good and living a great life. I don't know how the stars work. It should be a star at the bottom where the chat bar is or something like that, and then you hit the star and it walk you through something. I'm just not sure what it walk you through, but being here and hitting that thumbs up for us, we truly appreciate that. We know that everybody cannot financially support us, but when you watch our videos, hit the thumbs up and you share this information, let me tell you, going back having these conversations with your homeboys, your homegirls, your husband, wife, your kids, your best friends, that's supporting us, because God doesn't do anything. He doesn't put anything out here to hurt us. And all we doing is repeating and pushing out his work, you know. So when you go back and you tell your loved ones to, um, how do you recommend taking castor oil? Just drop a few drops in your navel. But you need a vaccine free cold pressed castor oil in a jar, in a glass bottle.
If you go to the
Um,
Amazon, our Amazon storefront, everything that we use
is
is
there.
listed on there.
Yeah.
And we are going to go through the whole process of using ancient grains.
So they talking about castor oil.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
But we're going to also put that on our web, on
Mm-hmm.
our Amazon storefront. So if you actually want to purchase any of them things and go through all that process with us,
Yeah, we'll have separate. So what we doing now is breaking down our Amazon storefront in separate um items. Like if you want to make soda, you'll be able to go to our Amazon storefront and see everything we use to make soda, and those are the things you purchase. If you want to make bread, you'll go to our store and see everything we'll use to make bread. And because we mill in our own grains, you have to have a mill. Um, and we'll talk about all this starting next week. We'll start doing a bunch of stuff with the ancient grains and why we choose to mill our own grains versus buying a bag of ancient flour. Um, so, but you do have choices, but there is the stars have to be attached to whoever mean You have to be paying through Facebook. Yeah. We've been getting that question for a long time, and I can't figure it out. What do you recommend for dogs and itchy paws? The meds from the vet aren't working and so expensive. I would try coconut oil or even castor oil.
They're gonna eat it.
They gonna eat it off, so I that's why I said coconut oil first, because they gonna lick it. Like, I will put coconut oil on my dog's paws or dry spots. They got these dry spots like on their wrist or whatever you want to call it. I put coconut oil there because they gonna lick it off anyway. But the coconut oil is safe for them to lick and is inexpensive, and it'll moisten their paws also. So, and coconut oil is good for them. I give our dogs a little bit every now and then, especially they just when they see me with the coconut oil, they like, give me some, just a little bit. So try coconut oil on his paws. My doctor's dog was having issues with dryness, and they started using our soap on the dog. So she buy our soap for her daughter's dog now, who they were gonna put to sleep like a year ago, but started using our soap and found that to help them a lot. So just they we all need something gentle.
Yeah, we have people saying that they use our soaps on their skin, on their face, and whatever kind of issues they're having with their skin, it clears them up.
Yep, no
So
more issues.
that's the thing about natural products, guys. No chemicals, nothing to agitate it. You don't even know what chemical in them products that's actually doing that to you.
Yeah,
So how about get rid of all of them?
that's why we keep our products. I'm looking into a grinding mill because I would like to do that as well. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah, we're gonna upload one on
we're
there.
gonna talk about it. Yeah, and I'm gonna show y'all ours on yeah, your dog love coconut oil too. We're gonna start talking about that next week. So we're gonna grind our own and make our own bread.
Yeah, so we're
Cause
gonna try to let y'all know what we doing and what we using before we start, in case you actually want to get the stuff
yes,
and
yep,
follow along with us.
yeah, cause we'll do a whole series of how to make sourdough. We're gonna make sourdough with our meal first,
Ancient grains.
with our ancient grain. But yeah, we waiting on our meal to come in. That's why we giving y'all a mixer, because that's gonna be our bread mixer. And you'll see that a lot as we go on through this series. So make sure you go check out blacktropical.com. Get on our email list, because that's one of the rules to this mixer. And we're gonna give that away. The blue butterfly pea soap smells so good and feels so good on your skin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pure Castile soap. Word from you. Great for my skin. I can't tell you about my skin problems, but I tell you, is a great natural product that you putting out to help people. Yeah, so we try to that, and that's the purpose in it. And we don't charge a lot for our products. We just try to make sure we can keep producing them. Um, we put these products out so that they can help people. And yeah, you have to give it a try to know that it's gonna help. We not gonna sit here and tell you they gonna help just to make some money. Extremely painful menstrual cramps. So you need castor oil
And why?
and wild yam, because painful menstrual cramps is a hormone imbalance. So you definitely need wild yam to balance out your hormones, but rub that castor oil on your belly too, or even our pain away oil. Please keep producing them. We will. We love making these products. That's what we're doing today, as a matter of fact, making
Yeah,
restocking.
we get so much confirmation on our products
Mm-hmm.
that us being the people of service, people that actually get gratification for actually being useful. You know, that's who we are. That's what we are,
Yeah,
and the fact that people are telling us every day that we are useful to them is
yeah,
amazing. And
yeah,
so we're gonna continue to do what we do.
yeah. It. We try to keep a peaceful atmosphere here, because that's what we need most of all, and we need information that's gonna help us for real in real life, and taking care of ourselves. How to take care of ourselves naturally is definitely going to help us, not only us, our kids, our loved ones, our pets, in the long run. So
And a lot of people may listen to a lot of this stuff and say, I don't know, that's too easy. Well, that's the purpose. We're not here to try to make ourselves seem like we Einstein and we some super smart people. We just want to get the information out there to you where you can understand it and you can apply it yourself. Um, so without all the big words, without
send
all
me a
the fancy
message.
stuff,
Hmm.
we're trying to get you from here to there.
Yeah, because when you start with them fancy words and big stuff, I'm like, what? Speak English for me, because,
Now I gotta do a look up the definition for that word you use.
yeah, I'm just a little city girl turned country girl that's still learning. We gonna always learn. Whenever you run across somebody that feel like they know it all, run.
Yeah.
Run. Because nobody know it all. We
Hmm.
all have to constantly research. We all have to constantly put in the effort to know, to learn. And it's okay to say, I have no clue what you're talking about. Help me out. Um
Or what I thought or what I believed is not true. You know,
yeah,
I have learned that my way of doing things wasn't the right way. So, you know, I
good.
need to you need to be able to admit that
Yeah, yeah.
and,
So
and move forward.
yep, that's why we are family. We are soil family, so we can build together and help each other. And y'all giving us all the feedback. If you purchase our products, make sure you go over to blackstropical.com and leave us a review. So not only we will know that our products are helping you, but other people can see that too, because your testimonies mean a lot to other people. So just be careful out here with what you see and what you post your reviews of your products on your website. I'm hearing all these testimonies and no reviews are posted. So we got reviews on the
Yeah, we
website.
got a lot of reviews on.
Yeah, they are on the website. And we are revamping a little bit, so you'll see things change, so they'll be easier. But let me see, they should be as soon as you go to the website. Let's see. Submit a review. Okay. I don't know what I just clicked. I want that to go away. Yep, reviews are right here. So the reviews are there. They should be on page one. Um, Again, if you like to purchase any of our products, you can find them at blackstropical.com. If you have any questions, you can email us.
Scroll down.
Um, to where
Is that all on right there?
they flipping, they going
Oh,
across.
you gotta go across. Okay.
Yeah. So read. It says read what others say.
So what did you click to get to the reviews?
Nothing. It's on the front page.
Okay. So as soon as you get on the website,
As soon as I go to blackstropical.com, the reviews are right there.
yeah. So you'll see it, and then you just scroll across.
Yep.
There's three on each page, I guess.
Well, it may look different just depending on what you
Looking at it
device you
on.
looking at.
Hmm.
Yep. But they are there. Um, Magnesium flakes. I add about a half a handful or so to my bath. Um, and where I start talking about that detoxing, good bath blends and all that good stuff. I saw somebody ask about um laundry soap, which I need. Let me tell y'all, when I say our laundry soap lasts us the entire 2024, we still have enough to get through the next 2 months,
Hmm.
month and a half.
Yeah, and we can show you what it looked like because we had people saying that theirs separated and you didn't
Yeah.
follow the same instructions that we gave.
Thank you,
Now,
Tina.
understand, because we hear this. People want like making sodas or breads. People want to
Tweak it.
change
Yeah, which is
what
perfectly
we're
fine.
doing,
You
but
can
you
change it, but
you
don't
want to
for the
get
same result.
yeah you want to get it right first and then add. So when you get it right, you know what you did will actually work.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you change something, then you can say, well, the change didn't work.
Yes.
So with this, what anything that we tell you how to do, we actually do it, If you don't do it exactly the way we do it, because you don't want real sugar, you want to use coconut sugar, and it don't work the same way, then you probably have to contribute that to the fact that you did something different, not
Mm-hmm.
not the instructions that were given. So, hey, if you don't like using cane sugar or whatever, learn how to do it with the cane sugar. Give it away to somebody,
Yeah.
and then try something different. That way, you know what you did different don't work or it do work.
Yes. So that's the thing. It's hard to play with a recipe if you just learning it, and that's what I do. I'll try a recipe just how it is first, and then I'll come back and tweak
Mm-hmm.
whatever I need to tweak. So yeah, if you decide you're gonna use tap water while making soda, and then your soda go flat,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Then you say
yeah.
mine didn't work. I did what you said and it didn't work.
The honey and soap. Listen, we appreciate you. I'm so glad you finally got your honey. It took her a year to get her honey. She paid for honey what last year before we ran out, and then I was like, no, when we ran out, I was like, oh, we all out of honey. And then her first jobs came and they were broke, and then I think she was out traveling, and I sent her honey, and she was like, I came home to honey. So yes, yes, but we appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
I got
To
2 hours. Bobby, you can talk because
uh,
I need to
we're
go.
about to go, but the thing is, guys, with our soaps, all the products that we use in our soaps are grown here at the home on the homestead.
Majority of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes, we try to keep everything
our honey,
home.
our blue butterfly pea, our bananas, our turmeric.
Ooh, I made
That's
my
it, right?
first ever almond milk with dates. Yes, we grow the turmeric, blue butterfly pea, the banana blossom, and the bees.
Mhm.
Everything else. So that's why it's hard for us to teach you how to make soap because we got homegrown products. So, all right, y'all. I got 2 hours
All right.
to get everything done.
You got bees.
No, you gonna do them. So let me go so I
How
can
you gonna
print my
mail them off?
husband. Yeah, I gotta print you some labels.
Mm-hmm.
Print my husband some labels. Y'all have an amazing day. Again, blacktropical.com is the website. Um,
You still don't want to talk on
you can email us. Yeah, they should be firming up. Y'all have a blessed day. We might pop on a little later. Oh, she said her plant is in the. Check the message. Her plant, her cayenne. Okay, we'll check it out. We may pop on a little later. We got a couple things to do, and then we got to be gone. For sure, we know we'll be live on Monday. So the plan is Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and then we may pop on other time. That ginger bug is the bomb, right? We may pop on just when we pop on, but the plan is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. ish. Yeah, I'm trying to stick to that. Just place my order. I appreciate you. Hope I made the deadline. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You should be good to go. We love and appreciate y'all. We hope y'all have an amazing weekend. I don't know if it's gonna rain or what it's gonna do all weekend, but whatever you do, don't let nobody, nothing, steal your joy. Uh-oh, now I gotta figure out how to stop everything. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and now. Come on. This thing don't never want to stop.